Let's see what our next dungeon is here that we're doing in this little mini series of how far can we make it solo in Endwalker Dungeons. Tower of Babel. Okay. I noticed that my food is down. 3 minutes left. So I'm gonna have to eat. I'll be honest, I'm hoping it's a little bit more of a challenge here going forward, because that was pretty, I mean, I failed multiple mechs and still had no issues whatsoever. Alright, y'all, come on. Let's go. Oh, gosh. Lease. That's probably my least favorite Final Fantasy character, or Final Fantasy 14 character. I don't know, something just rubbed me the wrong way with her. She came across as so, like, arrogant and, like, listen to me, I'm the boss, and, you know, I can do it better than you, or I'm better than you kind of vibe. So, I don't know, just not a big fan of her for whatever reason. Well, for those reasons, I guess. But well, it's looking about the same very, very early into this dungeon here. But it's looking about the same damage-wise, like for the other trash mobs. Not really doing anything so far. But that's not to say that's not to say, I wonder if no, I can't, it's blocked off. It's not to say that the bosses won't be a lot harder. That's a very real possibility. But yeah, trash mobs, really not a problem so far. Let me through. All right. This way. Come on, y'all, follow me. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Can we keep on going? Can we get more? Nope. Get it off. That's alright though. Decent chunk. Move this stuff off a little bit, out a little bit faster. Then, oh, this is the dungeon with that we go on that lift and then we stop every like periodically, and then fight some random bot. Oh, and then I think this is the one that we shrink, right? That we have to either levitate or shrink down. I think something like that. All right, big guy, what do you got for me? Come on, Barnabas. Give me your best shot, buddy. Alright. Well, I guess there wasn't a mechanic there. I thought he was going to do a knockback. There it is. A little late there, Epic. Alright, so that's gonna, oh no, yeah, that's gonna push me. Oh, alright, let's see if we can eat this, feel bad. Not so bad, huh? Maybe we'll be able to make it a little bit farther than I initially thought. Okay. I should have seen that. That's pretty. How did I get hit by that the first time? That's pretty long choreographed. I'm gonna punch now. And I just stood there like a moron. Alright, now it's gonna pull me. Yeah, definitely not too rough so far. So maybe this is gonna be just like the Tower of Babel, or the Tower of Zod, I mean. Same type of thing, just a slog through it because. All right, here we go. Hey, I'm slowly learning. But yeah, the mechs aren't too bad. I guess though, after you, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have as well, after running so many mechs that are like basically party killers, like specifically well in Shadowbringers and in Endwalker, really there's mechanics that kill the entire party, right? So you have to be on point. You have to be on point because you don't want to wipe the party. So, as I'm sure all of you've experienced, I mean, I've done it. Another idea that, well, I talked about it a little bit with the other people associated with the channel, but maybe doing some type of, so I didn't think there was any like speedrunning stuff for Final Fantasy, so I was like, you know what, it'd be cool to like get a little speedrunning content for you guys going as well. So then I did a little research, and there actually is some speedrunning stuff that's out there already. From what I didn't look a ton, but from what I could gather, it was kind of like, like, why even bothering? Like, there's some bosses and that they had in there, like real low-end bosses that, like, how fast can you kill them? And it's 1 second, and then you've got like 50 people that all have them kill the boss at 1 second. Like, that's not the type of speedrunning I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, there's going to be a lot more variance. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, all you need is a level 100 character and you can kill a boss in 1 second and be a part of the list. Something a little bit more engaging than that. I would love to hear some ideas from you guys on some potential ideas for the speedrunning though. So if you think, oh, you know what, like, and I don't know if this is even a good idea or not, let me know. But like maybe running through all the lands and you can't, maybe you can be on a mount but you can't fly. As soon as you fly, you're disqualified, and you have to go through see how fast you can speed run to all the land. And maybe you'd have to do it on like a crafter, so like there's an actual threat of death, because You know, there's no risk involved. It's just pretty much taking the most optimal route, right? If I'm doing it on like the warrior, for example. But if you're on a crafter, it could be a little bit more dicey. I mean, their armor and hit points and everything sucks, so that potentially could be something, or maybe be on foot. But then you'd have to have different rules depending on the classes or the jobs, because some classes are just going to have a natural benefit of running because of the skills that they possess. So we'd have to try to make it as fair as possible. And I don't know, maybe that's just a dumb idea. That's just what popped into my head. Or maybe a boss clear. How fast can you clear all of, like, starting at maybe something where you can't kill a boss in 1 second, right? I don't think that's terribly engaging content, and that's not really, you know, it's not something that people have to fight over and be like, oh, I wonder if I can get 1 second. All you do is hit the boss once. So something more engaging than that. But I would love to hear some ideas on what you all thought on potential good speedrunning stuff. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe it's just an idea I had thrown around in my mind. Also, cooking. Eorzean recipes, though. So one of the people associated with the channel has a Final Fantasy cookbook, a really nice one actually. I forget what I don't know what it's called, but she showed me, but I don't recall what it was called. But it was a really nice hardcover book, and I guess she has like 5 potential recipes that she wants to make for the channel and see how that goes. Another foray into a kind of a new unique content that you don't really see from other content creators. So we can give that a shot too, and maybe see how to cook it and see how it turns out. I don't know if she's made any of that before. I think she's taking recipes that she hasn't tried before, at least from what I could gather. I could be wrong on that, and I'm sure she will when she ends up making the content for you guys and making the recipes. She will fill you guys in on that if that's her first time trying it, or if she's tried it before. I'm not sure. So there's that idea being thrown around as well. Maybe some top 10 lists too. You know, that's really popular all over the internet. So maybe some potential Final Fantasy or other games, or maybe just Final Fantasy games, top 5 games, and dive into that a little bit. Also, another idea I was throwing around, I guess I'm kind of giving away some of my content ideas, that potential content coming to you guys. I thought alter egos of Final Fantasy characters, and like what characters in other genres, and who reminds me of what. Now I don't want to give any specifics, but like as an example, like take like, you know, our main character that we each play, and then also like people in the, you know, both good guys and bad guys, I guess, for the lack of terminology here. Just compare them and say, oh, like, oh, this character from this show or this movie and then kind of gives like, oh yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not explaining it terribly well, but yeah, something is I'm comparing like the Signs of the Seventh Dawn or whatever, our little group of people that go and yeah. Well, I've got some ideas. I'm trying to tiptoe around as best I can without giving any details away, because there's a few characters already I have in mind of characters in other genres. Yeah, this is what it is now. Okay, so I have to shrink down. Oh, no, that's not the right one. There we go. Oh, no, get back down. A few characters already in mind on both the perceived good side and bad side on Final Fantasy, and how they, other characters in other movies and shows that'll be like, oh yeah, that guy totally reminds me of this, and oh, she totally reminds me of this character from this show or this movie. So it'd be a little bit more work, but definitely not an issue. Coming up with the list isn't going to be too hard, and even finding characters. It's going to be finding the content associated with the character and what I can get away with and what I can't get away with in terms of what I or what we can put when we're putting together the videos, what we can use that won't get us any strikes from YouTube. So that's going to be the tricky part. What video can we use to associate it in our video? What music, stuff like that. That's always a tricky balancing act that we have to do. That, all right, we can kind of get away with it here, but we can't really do it with that because, yeah, we already had we didn't get a strike, but we got copyrighted for one of the videos already for our Battle of the Bands video, where we just happened to come across a whole bunch of people getting together in Limsa, and they're just partying it up, and there was like four or five different bands that were just all like kind of like friendly battling against each other. There was no like judges, but they were all trying to, you know, see who could get the best cheers and stuff like that. But anyways, long story short, that was copyrighted because of just some of the music that the people were playing in Final Fantasy. Because of the music that they were playing, we got copyrighted. So yeah, it's a real tricky balancing act. We want to bring you guys, you know, as good a content as we can, without risking the channel at all, because it's just gotten started, and we plan on being around for a long time for you all. So, but in order to do that, we have to kind of follow those guidelines. Alright, what else has this place got in store for us? At least I don't have to fight you all. Yeah, pretty easy go of it here, these first two dungeons, huh? Boy, definitely not, I'm not sweating bullets at all. All right. drag all of you together. Maybe this will put a little bit more of a threat to us here. Maybe if we're lucky, give us a little bit of action, right? Oh, I guess we're gonna do this stuff. Never mind. I thought we were gonna be able to drag a little bit more than that. That's alright though. Do this stuff all quick. So are there any other games that you guys are playing? Like, I'm pretty much in between work and other personal responsibilities that I have in my life. Outside of them, I don't really do anything in terms of entertainment outside of Final Fantasy, but I'm sure a lot of you play other games. What kind of games are you guys playing? Anything you could recommend? Anything we should give a shot to? Anything you think would be fun to make content for or stream? Anything you think would be entertaining? We're definitely all ears for sure. I'm trying to think. Truth be told, I haven't really been following game releases all that often, unless they're like super huge releases like the Shadow of the Erdtree. There was another MMO that was coming out that looked pretty good. Oh man, I can't remember what it's called. I will look it up though to talk about in the next video. But trailers can be deceiving, right? And it was showing some gameplay and stuff, and the trailer looked. You know, maybe what I'll do is I will make some. We'll watch the video together. We'll watch the trailer together, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I'm not sure. I want to say that it's supposed to release like this fall or something. But the game just looks phenomenal. I think it's a Dark Souls type game, like that type of genre, but MMO style, and something with bending of time, like bending time and being able to slow down time and stuff like that for like different mechs that characters have, I believe. I'll have to watch the video again. But it looked really intriguing. The game was beautiful, and the gameplay like looked pretty good, like pretty you know, like graphics can only get you so far, right? A game can be beautiful, but if the gameplay sucks and just the mechanics of your character suck, it's just that wasn't a very good dodge job. Yeah, and the game's crap then, because you only go so far. Whereas I've played games that definitely don't look very good, that's for sure. But the gameplay was just outstanding. So. But this seems, early indications are, it has both. Now, but of course they're not going to be shitting on their game, right? It's their trailer, so they want to make the game look as good as possible, right? So they can get that player base. But you guys can tell me. I'll make a video on that trailer with some of the feedback that I look and what's standing out to me, and then you guys can give me your thoughts on what you think, what stood out to you, what you think looks great, what maybe I'm off on a little bit. Have you guys ever dived into the any of the Dark Souls type games at all? Have you guys tried Elden? I'm hoping you guys played Elden Ring. Man, that game was so good. It definitely deserved Game of the Year. And honestly, I could see, I'd say this is just my opinion, of course. And I never played, believe it or not, I never played Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I never played it, but I know how immensely popular that game is. Just, I mean, it's still being played by a ton of people today. But I think it's the most popular game since that game. And that's how good it was, in my personal opinion. But I've tried... Now this thing kind of makes me sound like a crappy gamer. And I should have given it more of a shot than I did. And I still have it. But there's a game called Bloodborne that actually got really good reviews. That's really popular as well. Has, I would say, a cult following. But it's not really a cult because there's so many people. So it's not really a cult following, I guess. It's just one of the more popular games. Have Dark Souls 3 as well. I haven't played that one, but I haven't. But with getting back to Bloodborne, that game was hard. Like right in the start of the game, it became pretty evident, pretty clear right off the bat that this game is going to pose some challenge. And then, of course, I've watched streams where people literally go through and no-hit the game. Like, they don't even get touched once. And here I'm getting the crap kicked out of me at the very first enemy. So, like, just beating me around. And I remember it took me, I don't know, several deaths before I was able to even beat the very first mob that I came across. So I should go back to that game and give that more of a shot. It'll be really nice to see if that game's getting a remake, though. It is a little bit older. I think it came out in, what, mid-2010s? Somewhere around there. Something like that. So it's like 10 years old, I think, or something like 8 to 10 years old. But to have a remix with bumped up graphics and bring it on a PC for all the PC players out there, and for those millions of people that would love to play the game but don't own a PlayStation, so they aren't able to. Bring a PC port with that remake. That's what I'd like to see for the gaming community. But getting back to the Dark Souls-esque type games in general, I'm hoping it's not exactly like, you know, it's hard to play. Oh, another thing, if you haven't played Elden Ring, I highly recommend it, but be prepared to die a lot. Because those Dark Souls-esque type games, you're meant to die. It's not if you're going to die, it's how many times are you gonna die type of thing. So, but I'm hoping that MMO, I want to say it's like Chronicle, something Chronicle, I don't know, I can't remember the name of it, but I will find that video and do some commentary on what I think looks really cool about it and whatnot. So there we go. Tower of Babel down. So far, the first 2 dungeons have not been too rough at all. Pretty easy, as you can all see. I'm sure it'll start ramping up as we get to farther down here, because I was only 81 and 83. So I'm guessing, I don't know when it's gonna start getting hard. Maybe 87. 87 maybe? I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Your guess is as good as mine. But I'm going to stop these dungeon runs for now, and I'm gonna actually look up that video, that trailer for you guys, so you guys can scope it out for yourself. Give me your thoughts on what you guys think about it, what you like, what you don't like, and whatnot. So once again, thanks for your time, and we will be bringing some more content here real soon. Have a good one.